explain what that is?
So, in both in Europe and within national leagues, certainly within the UK, in the football context, there's restrictions on the extent to which clubs can run, overinvest effectively, can run significant deficits in order to finance their performance. And so you've seen all sorts of different manifestations of this. So I think we had points deductions for Nottingham Forest and Everton last season, both in the Premier League, because they'd overspent, they hadn't met the restrictions on their limits. Recently had a case involving Leicester where they didn't get a points deduction because of a transitionary provision in the context of financial fair play. So the whole idea is to ensure a fairer and more even playing field for clubs, so that there's effectively a more entertaining product, I suppose, is probably the easiest way to put it, so that you don't have clubs, for example, which are owned by nation states like Manchester City, which have a complete inequality of arms by comparison to other clubs. And you see all sorts of quite interesting manifestations of attempts to get around this. So, for example, it's sponsorship deals for your trading brand. It's Chelsea signing players on extremely long contracts so that you basically amortise the price over a 10-year period rather than over a usual 3 or 4 year period. So there's all sorts of attempts to work around that particular provision in order to achieve the maximum sporting success you can, which is generally been achieved through spending large amounts of money on players.